going to make this super simple birthday card. I'm going to make one little bit of change here. I think I'm going to put the moon up a little bit higher so that I can actually put some of this sentiment in the moon. But other than that, it's really, this is stamps, ink, and paper. It's pretty easy to work with. I'm going to bring in a piece of grid paper to protect my surface. This is a piece of regular, very vanilla cardstock. It's not the thick. Our base for the card is thick, but this is not. I'm going to bring in the bear from the Wildlife Wonder set. I love this set. Earlier in the week, I happened to do this card. This is my husband's Father's Day card because my husband's birthday and Father's Day fall in the same weekend. So I always make sure I get him a card for each occasion so that he doesn't, you know, miss out on what's rightfully his. It's like Christmas babies. They should have a birthday celebration that is all theirs, and then as well as the Christmas celebration. Anyway, to make this card, I stamped my bear in soft suede, cut him out, popped him up on dimensionals, and then added him to a layer of this Horizons DSP. This Horizons paper is only available for a little bit longer. Once the end of June comes, it's gone. So if you'd like it, go ahead and grab it, but it makes for a super simple card. To a Great Guy is from this Wildlife Wonder set as well. Inside, another sentiment, you mean so much to me, also from this set, and some more of that designer series paper. But back to this, I'm going to ink my bear, which I love this bear. This is one of the big reasons I got this set, because I think this bear is great. I also like the wolf that's in the set. There's a wolf on a rock. I really like him too. I'm not a huge owl person. It's a nice piece of artwork right there, but I gravitate more toward the furry creatures. So we're going to stamp this bear. Make sure his paws look like he's walking on level ground here, or, you know, at least not a hill. Okay, there we go. And this bear, because he's walking in the moonlight, I think he needs a shadow. So there is a shadow stamp that comes with this set, and it fits perfectly underneath the bear's paws. You can see these little divots here. That's where I put those two paws closest to me. There we go. Here he's walking in his shadow underneath him. So I'm going to reuse the mask that I used earlier to make the card, and I just simply punch that. You can die cut it too out of a piece of sticky note paper. We also have coming up in our mini catalog masking paper, which does pretty much the same thing as this does, but it's meant specifically for this purpose. I'm going to bring in a blending brush. These things are fantastic. And my Night of Navy. Great way to add a lot of color quickly. I'm going to just rub it over the pad, take the first splotch off, and then rub around my mask. So this mask is protecting what's underneath it. I'm not sure if you recall, if you saw my video last week, we also did masking, but it was more of a reverse masking. Let me see if I can find that card. What we did was we took a piece of cardstock that was the same as the size as this card front. We die cut a circle out of it, so we removed the circle, and then we blended inside. Here, we're using the circle and blending outside. So it's really the same kind of technique. Now I played with this a little bit, and I like a lighter blue look, and I like it if it's not 100% even in tone. So there'll be some places where it's a little bit darker and some places where it's a little bit lighter. And I think that gives a little bit of a kind of a mistiness or a fogginess to the night. I'll show you what I mean. But I do make the edges quite a bit darker because as you get further away from the moon, it should be darker, right? And I'm okay if I get it right up next to my bear and even get a little blue on him. That's fine too. The blue and the black are so close together, you're not going to notice too much. Get my edges a little bit darker here. Okay, so you see how it's not quite even everywhere? It's a little bit lighter here, a little bit darker here. That is the look I am going for. Let's see what we get when we peel this away. Oh, look, my bear is just walking right in front of the moon. Perfect. All right, let's clean off a stamp here so that we can add something else. And my stamp cleaner, I just had it. Well, we'll just set that aside. How about that? I'm going to bring in Sending Birthday Wishes, which is also from this Wildlife Wonder stamp set. I'm going to ink it up in my Tuxedo Memento Black. And stamp it right there. And I stamped it a little bit crooked. Good thing I've got an original that I can give my husband. So then you're going to just stamp it, and I know why I stamped it crooked, because I had this crooked on and I was going by the grid sheet and not the cardstock itself. Learn from my mistakes. I'm going to mount this on a piece of basic black. This one's not quite cut to the right size, so I would, the measurements are over at my blog, stamperhood.com. You're just going to mount that onto your basic black cardstock, then mount that onto your Very Vanilla. I happen to ink up my bear and just stamp him in the lower corner here, and I can write another sentiment in here. I can, I've already used the "You Mean So Much to Me" and "To a Great Guy." So I don't think I'll use sentiments from here. I'll probably just write a personal note inside and stamp the envelope to match. But quick and simple. You don't have to get really fancy. Let the artwork of the stamp set do the work for you. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.